everybody, my name is Jenna and today I am doing a movie review of Disney's Moana. Moana was one of my favourite films of 2016 because I technically still saw it in 2016. I saw it like the 27th of December and it was incredible. I mean, I'd been sort of really anticipating this film for ages, ever since it got announced, but once we started to see some of the concept art and some of the trailers, I just got really hyped for it, and then I started listening to the song How Far I'll Go and I found out Manuel-Miranda, who I am not on the Hamilton bandwagon at all, but after seeing this film and knowing he's the one who did the music for it, I'm kind of thinking I may start listening to Hamilton just because the music for this film was so good. But I'm getting super ahead of myself, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. First up, I wanted to say this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so don't fret if you haven't yet seen the film. You can stay for the duration of this video without fear of being spoiled. If you aren't aware, Moana is the new Disney animated film. It's not associated with Pixar, it's like the one that's just done by Disney Animation Studios, and it follows a girl named Moana. I believe she's like 16 years old. She is the daughter of the village chief and she is called by the ocean. So she ends up having to team up with a demigod named Maui. They have to take the heart of Tafiti back to the island and stop Te Kā, and all this really awesome stuff happens, and they have this little chicken named Hey Hey, and Hey Hey is so funny. He's actually the best chicken sidekick I think ever. Basically what follows is it follows Moana's journey into sort of figuring out who she is. So this movie definitely celebrates the Polynesian culture and we get to learn a lot more about it in the way that Disney intended, and I loved everything about this film. The storyline, the characters, the music, all of it was amazing. I took my grandmother to go and see it and she and I were laughing. We cried. Well, I don't know about her, but I know I cried like 3 separate times in this film. It was just so good. So when it comes to the storyline of this film was really simple. Like I said, it was literally just about Moana taking the heart of Tafiti back to the island, basically. The whole film is very much about her figuring out who she is, why the ocean chose her, and sort of how she can help her people. And I thought that that was beautifully well done. The entire film from start to finish was focused on that message and I absolutely loved it. Moana herself was an incredible character. She was the first Polynesian Disney princess, the first Disney princess to not have a love interest, which was so refreshing to see. I mean, obviously in pretty much every single Disney film, even Frozen, thank you very much, even Frozen, oh, Elsa and Anna don't need a man. I'm sorry. Anna literally was like, oh, I fell in love with you in the space of one song, let's get married when it came to Han. And then when it came to Kristoff, it was like, oh yeah, let's get together. But Moana doesn't have a love interest at all. It is literally just about her and her people, and I think that is fantastic. I loved it so much. It was so refreshing and she was such a kick-ass character. She was so funny. But hands down, the funniest character, I say again, was Hey Hey. He's just this stupid chicken who ends up on this journey, doesn't mean to be, ends up but there by accident of course, but it was so much fun to watch. And the demigod Maui was also really interesting as well because he had such a tragic backstory and I really connected with him. I connected with all the characters. I just thought it was so much fun. Like I said though, when it comes to the music for this film, the music was done by Manuel-Miranda, but he also collaborated with a couple of other composers, but composers who were really into the Polynesian culture. I believe they had that heritage. So when they came together to do this film, the film is incredible. It's got some English songs, it's got some of the native songs, and it just comes together to create such an incredible soundtrack to this film. The film would not be the same without the soundtrack. So I can't talk about Moana without talking about the voice behind it. So Moana is voiced by auli'i. I don't really know how to say her name. It's a beautiful name. She is a native of Hawaii. She was 14 when she got the part of Moana and she was incredible. Like, I loved every single second of it. Her voice in the songs was just incredible. Like, everything about this movie was bigger and better and amazing and I loved it. And I think I really love all of the songs, but yeah, my favorite song would definitely have to be How Far I'll Go. So yeah, I'm like obsessed with that song. It's not the only song that I'm obsessed with. That was the only one that I listened to before I went and saw the film because I didn't want to be too spoiled by anything. I also tried not to like watch any of the music clips because obviously the film came out a lot earlier in America than it did in Australia, which sucked because then I had to spend like almost an entire month of people in America going, oh my god, see Moana, it's so good. Like I wanted to see Moana, but I was not allowed to because it wasn't out in Australia. Basically, I gave this film a 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10, A++. Everything about it was so good. I'm actually really glad that I saw it. Like I knew that I would enjoy it, but I just really wanted to see it and I loved it so much, and I definitely recommend that you all head out and go and see it as well. It has an incredible message. All of Disney's films always do. The voice of Moana is just incredible. When you know how old she was when she actually did record this film, you listen to her voice, you listen to her sing. Everything about it was incredible. Manuel-Miranda, that music has almost convinced me to listen to Hamilton. Almost. Thank you for watching my Moana movie review. I know that it was probably a bit more rambly and a bit more all over the place than normal. It's just because I loved this film so much and I really wanted to convey that to you guys. I seriously recommend that everyone go out and see it. Yes, I know it's a Disney animated film and I know that people think that those films are just for kids, but honestly, they are not just for children. I mean, like I said, I'm 21, I went and saw it. I took my grandmother to go and see it and we both absolutely adored the film. So I think Disney has definitely made a film here that is available for everyone, and it's a million times better than Frozen. Just wanted to put that out there. Let me know in the comment section below if any of you have seen Moana and let me know what you think. I would love to know. Also let me know what your favorite song is. If I had to pick a favorite song, it would have to be Across the Teen, How Far I'll Go, and We Know the Way. I really liked that one as well. It was just so beautiful. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye. Also, just a bit of a side note, who knew The Rock could sing? Like, Dwayne Johnson does so well as Maui, and then he started singing You're Welcome, and I was like, you can sing! Wow.
Honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What does it take away? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway.